Thank you for hanging out with me today. This is Cage848, and welcome back to Rising World. Oh my goodness, you guys were popping off in the comment section. I've got a lot of stuff to go over today. Please bear with me. I took a lot of notes. Number one, have you thought about your blueprint light? Think about taking off the point and putting a light on the top surface upside down. So that's what I did. I went ahead and I took off the little pointy spot right here. Oh, apparently I did that before you even said that. I didn't even notice this one. I'm going to take that one out though, because it was not resized properly. So on the bottom or the top of the, I don't know what you want to call it. Is it the bottom or the top? It's supposed to be the top. Right now it's the bottom. I have these little pointy ends and I think they look good. But someone was saying resize the light and put it there as well. It's not that bad. I'm going to be honest though. I don't think I like it 100%. It's a good idea. It really is a good idea. And I was kind of going back and forth on it, but I think this looks better. So I'm going to go ahead and let's come over here and do insert to copy that one. And we're going to put this back. I'm going to have to do that and do that again. Cool. I kind of like them better like that. We're going to be adjusting these anyway at some point in the video. If you're wondering why there's blocks on the ceiling, those blocks are to mark where the lights are supposed to be, because I'm going to try some different light options. And I like the positioning, and I don't want that to get jeopardized. So I put these blocks up here to mark exactly where the positioning is supposed to be. Okay, let's get back to the notes. Cage, if you want to change the texture size on the rounded corner blocks, then, well, yeah. So he taught me how to do this. I don't think you meant the texture size. I think you meant the way the texture goes. Because right here, the bricks are going side to side, but when you put this corner piece in here, they're going up and down. And the person did teach me how to change it. The problem is it's like kind of messed up, right? Like look at this little line right here. So I'm going to show you how they taught me to do it. So in case you want to do it for yourself, you can. With the block in hand, you simply hold down C and you go to, it's right here, texture alignment world. Texture force world alignments. And if you click on that and this gets like bright, it'll match up what's going on the sides. I don't want that to be, oh, local. Hold on, let's see what local does. I didn't know that was a thing. Hold on. Let's put this in. We need to do this. And then we need to do this. What is that going to do? Okay. So it's still putting up and down. That line that you saw before I replaced this, that I can't have that. It's just messed up. Plus, I'm going to be honest, I'm getting used to these. I kind of like the bricks going side to side and the bricks going up and down here. It gives it a nice, I don't know, it just breaks up the monotony of the bricks going all the same way. So yeah, that's a good tip. I might have to use it for a later build, but for now, yeah, I'm gonna stick with what I got. Okay, so a lot of people said this. I couldn't get the street lamp on the ceiling, so people said put a floor piece down and then put the street lamp on the ceiling. Okay, we're gonna test that. I don't know if I'm gonna like do it, but I'm gonna do it to test it. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it up there. So what they were suggesting is, also really quickly, I'm gonna show this right now. If you hold down Shift and press backspace, it'll put it back to its 1x1 dimension or its original dimension. So that is awesome. Also, I think people said if you press backspace, it goes back to its orientation. All right, that is really neat. Thank you for that, by the way. All right, so we need to make this like that. Okay, that's beautiful. So let's go ahead and put that down. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that down. Then we're going to put a... Oh, where did I put it? It's not in there. It's probably in here. Then we're going to put the street lamp on top of it. Okay. All right, beautiful. Yeah, you have to hold down the button. And then we're going to make a blueprint out of it. I don't know if I have any paper. You know what? I do have paper. I don't know if I have enough. I think it's 4 paper. Okay, I got to go ahead and make some more paper. So I was going to make the paper off camera, and then I was thinking, you know what? I could do it pretty quickly. I don't want to bore people with stuff they already know, but not everyone watches every video. So I think it's important that people know how to make paper. So in order to get paper, you're going to need certain resources like wool or cotton. Hemp is the easiest one to get. You're going to take those items over to your spinning wheel. You're going to hold down right mouse button. Once this thing gets full, you're going to press E. That's going to give you yarn. You're going to take yarn. You're going to turn it into cloth. Okay. And then once you've done that, you're going to take your cloth over here, put it in your hands, and you're going to kind of put it down in here, right? Into the grindstone. And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to grind that up. That is going to turn the cloth into rags. All right, and then you're just gonna take the rags. There we go. And yep, that looks pretty good. And then you're gonna take the rags to the paper press, and you're gonna put them in like that. And you're gonna look up here. You're gonna press E. It's gonna press the rags into paper. Press E again, and there you go. You got some paper. There you go. What did that take? 30 seconds. All right, so 30-second tutorial on how to make paper. All right, and you're gonna take the paper, and you're gonna go to equipment, and you're gonna go to blueprints, and you're gonna craft. Now, when I put this light down, I'm not really sure why, but it was at 0.5 in one direction, so it was kind of squeezed. Right now, it's a 1 by 1 by 1, which is what it should be. And I think we are going to go ahead, and then I'm going to take the blueprint, and I am really quickly before we do that. When I made the messed up one, it's right here, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Okay, beautiful. All right, so now we're going to come back here. We're going to take our blueprint and hold down right mouse button. And then go right up there. And then hold down left mouse button. No, it's hold down left mouse button first. And then once you've got the blue around it, you hold down the right mouse button. My bad. Lamp, ceiling, light. That sounds pretty good to me. We're going to go ahead and save that. And then we're going to come over to here. And we're going to do this and select blueprint. And now we are going to try and hang this from the ceiling by turning it upside down. I think that's going to work, people. I really do. All right, let's go ahead and take that off for now because we don't really... Wait, what did I just do? I took my spear out of my hands. There we go. And we're going to take our sledgehammer and we're going to destroy this. Okay. By the way, the fact that when you use blueprints, you don't spend any resources, I've been throwing out the resources to, simulate the fact that I'm using the resources. So for these lights and stuff, I threw out a bunch of lights just to simulate that they're getting used. I'm going to break this one completely, and I'm going to lose it all on purpose because I will put down a blueprint that is going to be free. I'm probably going to put these back. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's go ahead and put this down. I'm going to go out of my way to try and make sure that I don't dupe anything. You know what I mean? All right. So we did get a few of those blocks back, but the lights are the main point. So the fact that I didn't get those back is the real thing. All right, so let's try this again. We have it right here, 7. And turn on the grid. Okay, hold on. So that does the whole thing. Oh, yeah. It's making the whole thing smaller. Interesting. I can't make it just taller. Huh. All right, let's put it at 0.8, I guess. Seems pretty good. And turn it on. Here's the thing. I think this one's better. But I made these, and that makes me want to use these. We're going to alter these a little bit. I think for now... All right, so I'm going to see, since I put that down, I'm going to break this to signify the fact that... well, I'm going to break it, and it's going to make me pick it up, and I'm going to throw it away. I won't throw away the block, because who cares? It's just a wooden block. But the fact is that I got one of these for free, so that one gets thrown out. Okay. What am I going to do with the ceilings? Am I going to go with these new ones, or am I going to go with the old ones? I'm not really sure, like I said. And by old ones, I mean the ones I made. I'm going to be altering these a little bit, which I think is going to make them look cool. It's just, I'm proud of myself that I made these. That's why I don't want to give them up. Okay, let's go back down the list, guys. We're still on the list of things you guys told me about. If you use lumber instead of logs, you get 80 fuel out of 1 log, so using lumber is more efficient. That's a good call. Smelter needs to be around. Okay, so a lot of people are telling me, like, I was talking about how, like, my smelters, I was smelting stuff and I would forget about it. Where did I put them? There they are. Yeah, by the way, I made extras. I was smelting stuff in these, and I kept forgetting about it, and I was wasting fuel. People told me 12 to 13% is good for 1 smelting cycle. So if you're worried you're going to forget, put it to 13%, and you'll be good to go. Shift plus backspace will... Yeah, we already talked about that. Maybe make a vertical portion thinner. Yeah, so these lights, what they said was take this block and make them thinner. And it'll look cooler. And I totally agree. I'm going to do that. Dude, make domes out of luminous blocks and put them on the ceiling. So I was talking about how luminous blocks were not really that good last episode. And people were telling me, well, you got to make them a dome. There's two things that people wanted me to change about it. They wanted me to... Hold on a sec. I don't even know what that is. Anyway, I think that's the other ceiling piece. So there was two options. I could make it into a dome, and I could make it bigger. People told me if you make the luminous block bigger, it will give off light. So let's come over here and see what we got going on. I've got the sun over here. So I put a luminous block down here. It's red just because I'm having fun with it. But yeah, you put the luminous block here. It does not give you any light. It doesn't do any light at all. So I don't know. If I went through all the things here, I changed all the colors. I changed the brightness. Maybe 1%. Yeah, these things do not give off light. They are light themselves, but they do not light up the blocks around them. I guess maybe a little bit of light there. No, that's actually not from the block. I think that's from the outside. Yeah. So if I'm missing something about the luminous block, again, let me know. But I'm thinking they don't give off any light at all. Yeah, it was definitely not from the luminous block. It was from the sun rising. All right, so that takes care of that. All right, guys, that takes care of all of the things you told me about. Let's go ahead and get to building. One thing I need to do right now is I need to make my smelter area. It's my #1 concern. But before I do that, I have to organize my inventory. One thing I have not been doing enough of in this series is organizing my inventory. My goodness. My goodness gracious. I also haven't been eating and drinking enough. But that's okay. I'm going to take care of that right now. And then we're going to go through here and take care of some business. I really am happy with the way this base is coming out, though. I will say that much. 7. You guys have been excellent with the tips. Give me a lot of things to think about. Some of the things I chose to use, some I didn't, but they're all good ideas. I've yet to see a bad idea. There, and there, there, and there. And then let's go ahead and kind of dig this out a little bit. So this isn't an auger. It's a mining drill. Not quite the same as an auger, but if you want to call it an auger, you can call it an auger. I'm going to tell you what you can or can't call something. Just know that it's not an auger, really. All right, so how are we going to do this? So those actually need to come up. Where's the door going to come? Yeah, I think it's going to come in here. So let's go ahead and break that out. And then let's insert. And can't go there. I think it's got to go right there. Then it's not going to line up properly. Does it matter? I don't really think it does. Because we need to keep a spot open here for this part. So like this. There we go. All right, let's just put the walls up right now then. Insert. There we go. And turn you like this. You know what? I'm going to do it like that because it's probably going to be a rounded corner. Then we can take this out. I have been digging this out. This is, oh, I put some stuff up there just for some tests. That's not supposed to be there. I was like, why did I do that? All right, there and there. And we want to go out another spot. You know, I'm not really sure. Let's kind of dig out here and see where this is. Wait, what? What's going on here? Oh, there we go. All right, so I kind of want it to line up with this. Yeah, it's not going to line up with that, but that's okay. It could definitely come out one more spot. So we'll just do this. So that's before. Yeah, we could do that. So like this. I mean, I could make it all the way. Yeah, let's make it all the way. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe we'll need it. It doesn't cost any more blocks to make it a 5x5, so you might as well. Okay, and then this is going. Nope, that's the wrong one. 8, number 8, please. And that goes right there. It's dug out. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to have to replace a lot of this stone at some point. I don't know when, but I'm going to have to do it. Now, do I want to make this as high of a ceiling as in here? I think yeah, I definitely do. I definitely do. There's no think about it. All right. Take that out, and then let's put this in like so. Right, and then take this out a little bit more, and then put in the wall. Is the wall gonna go on the outside? I don't think it doesn't really matter. I'll just put it on the inside. It's fine. There, and there, and you can kind of see how this room's gonna turn out. I don't like that the wall is not equal to the floor, but that's okay. I'm just gonna have to live with it. How does it equal? Yeah. All right, this is in the way. There we go. So where's the middle? I need to know where the middle is. Okay, that's fine. Like I said, I can always replace that stuff later. There. And there. Now, how big is this going to be? It's going to be pretty big if I'm going to put 4 of these, of those furnaces in here. They do take up a lot of room. I guess I don't really need to do 4 furnaces anymore, but I'm going to. Because I want to. I made 4. I'm going to use 4. There. Okay. And then this in like so. And put this in right here. Why are those not lined up? Those should be lined up. All right, you know what? It really doesn't matter if they're lined up or not, Cage. With the way you can build in this game, you could do so many freaking crazy things. All right, let's go get some of the forges because I do want to start putting them down. I didn't plan on doing this forge room today. I had some other ideas, but we got to get the forge going because when I cook stuff, I want to cook a lot of stuff. Like, you know, because I've run out of things all the time. Okay, and you there. Go like this. By the way, I tried to make the forges bigger and smaller. You can't do it. They are stuck with their size. So, there we go. You want it right up against the wall. Right, that looks pretty good to me. Let's see how that looks. Yep. Yep. Now, when you put the next one down, you got to leave a space in between. So that would be, can we put it there? That might be good because we need to be able to get to the fuel thing. The fuel door. Yep, perfect. All right, that is awesome. That is awesome. Now we just need to mirror it on the other side. It's a little foggy here in the morning, but that's okay. I think I got something that is going to work. Also, I've decided to change my building technique a little bit. It would change a lot of the way I built this main room, but honestly, this main room is complete, so I'm going to leave it alone. But from now on, when I build, I'm going to use this new technique. And the technique is I use full 5-block walls no matter what. And normally, like, you would fill this in by putting this block right here, and then that would make this a 4-block wall going this way, with this block being over here. I'm going to keep them all 4-block walls going around. I think from now on, when I build, I will build the floor first, and also build on the outside, so I'm not wasting floor, you know, pieces and stuff. But for now, and I can always, like, change that. I can always make the floor smaller. I can always make the walls smaller. But I just like the symmetry of building with the, you know, 5 blocks and everything. And, yeah. I could change my mind. Maybe there's something about that building technique I won't like eventually. But for now, that's kind of what I'm thinking I'm going to be building, like, moving forward. Again, the main room is done. I'm not rebuilding it for this new building technique. But, you know, just something to kind of think about for later. It's really cool, man. Like, as I build in this game, I learn more and I figure out different things, and, you know, I like that. I like that a lot. It keeps you engaged, you know? I'm gonna have to move these as well. Also, I gotta get that somehow. I guess I might as well do it now. Yeah, and jump on this. There we go. All right, now I'm going to, you know what? I'll leave those there for now. I don't know if I'm going to leave them. I might just leave them where they are. I was going to move it closer to the wall since I moved the wall back. But now I don't know. I think it looks kind of better. So I will probably leave it the way it is. Floor and floor. And wall. So again, the way you build the walls is normally I would take this wall and I would move it right there. But now I'm going to do it there. And I think that's much better. What about the gaps on the outside? I can always fill those in later. It's not really a big deal at all. Okay, so now we need to dig more this way. Okay, it was raining during the night, and I kept getting cold, so I put on my warm suit, and now I think I'm kind of overheating a little bit. Well, I have everything on me, so I don't have to go anywhere. I could just do this, and this, and this. And that should go down a little bit. Yep. All right, looking good. Looking good. Yeah, we got to get a ceiling on this place. For, like, seriously need a ceiling. Okay. Go over here. And put down a few more floor pieces. I'm just going to kind of dig this way. How do I want the entrance to be in this building? I want the entrance to be right in the middle. I mean, that's pretty obvious. So, that means we're going to put down more floor pieces. And floor pieces. Okay, these are going to be very temporary lights up here. Very temporary. I'm also going to, you know, I'm going to leave this up. I doubled up this wall to line things up. It gave me perspective on how to line things up. I think everything looks good here. I'm going to leave them up, though, because I might still need them at some point. We'll just kind of have to see. Let's go ahead and finish up this part. Like that. And that is 5. Yes, it is. Here we go. And good. And good. Okay. Now we come through with the wall. And there. Yeah, this is coming out nice. I've got like a million things I want to do, guys. There's a lot of stuff I want to do, and I'm kind of getting a little overwhelmed. You know how I do. Sometimes I get overwhelmed by the amount of stuff I want to do, and we're just gonna kind of take it by ear and see how things go. Because I have like a million freaking things I want to do. All right, like that, and there, and there. Okay. So that looks good. So the hallway will come over here. It will open up into this room right here. I have to decide what I want to do next. Do I want to continue working on this room right now? I really feel like I should probably get a ceiling over it, but I just did a ceiling. I want to do the ceiling off camera, so I'm not going to mess around with the ceiling. I think we should just start cooking stuff. Let's just start cooking stuff. Actually, that's the next logical step. Let's see. So we have 61 coal. Oh yeah, lumber is the most efficient thing apparently. We can test that right now though. Let's go ahead and grab the stuff we're gonna want to cook. We're gonna want to cook some aluminum, some gold, some iron, and some tungsten. Looks like we're getting a little low on iron. I mean, we can go mine for some iron. Shouldn't be a problem. Again, these lights are very temporary. This room's about half complete. And I will probably do a lot of it off camera because there's gonna be a lot of the ceiling stuff and everything. And like I said, you just saw that last episode. So let's put this in here. What is this? This is aluminum. Okay. There we go. So we have 3 things. What do we want to double up on? I guess we'll double up on the aluminum. It seems to be the thing that I really... No, actually, iron, tungsten, aluminum, and gold. Never mind. Never you mind. Iron, number 7. Go right here. Again, I'll fill this up to 13%. I don't want to go 12% and have it not finish. So if it's 12 to 13%, I'll go with the 13%. And then that way I don't have to babysit these damn things. I would like an electric furnace. That'd be pretty cool. We got it in the infected. Remember we got it in the infected? How cool is that thing, right? Gold and tungsten. I probably should have just made more aluminum than anything. It seems to be the thing I need the most right now, but next go around we'll do a lot of aluminum. All right, and then that was gold, right? Yep. And then this will be tungsten. I'm probably also gonna move some chests in here. I have some. Oh man, I have 101 ideas for this base, and I'm just trying to organize my thoughts into a cohesive episode. And I'm failing. All right, let's go ahead and see what's going on here with the lumber. Okay, so let's see. What do we get? 4 lumber? I don't have to go all the way over there for it. Yeah, 4 lumber per piece of log. 1 piece of log is going to be 3%, I think. 3%? Correct. Or 50 fuel. Actually, that makes a lot more sense. Let's go with 50 fuel. All right, so let's see how much fuel we get from 4 of these. 1, 2, 3. Ah, darn it. I put too many in there. Well, I think it's 80, like the person said in the comment section. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I mean, that's even... I mean, 1 log is going to give you 80 fuel. I mean, I think that's probably the way to go. So let's get these all up to 3%. Or, sorry, 13%. All right, 13. 13. Get this one up to 13. I mean, I could probably go mining for some coal as well. The thing is, I'm going to want coal for gunpowder, but then someone tells me, you're going to have plenty of coal. Like, you're never going to need it for gunpowder or something. So I'm just going to have to kind of see how things go. Oh, this is on the other side. Oh, that could be a problem. I think I see a design flaw. But as long as I can get to it. Are you serious? Okay. Do I care enough to move this? I don't think I do. I'll just have to deal with it. If I can. Hold on. I don't seem to... Yeah, you know what? You might think, well, Cage, just move it. It's not a big deal. Yeah, but then I'm going to have to move this one too, which is really annoying. And I'm going to do it off camera. But for now, I'm just going to do this. Because I got to run all 3 of these now because they have fuel in them, and I don't want to waste the fuel. And 13. All right, let's run all these for 1 cycle, then I'll move them down 1 spot. Not the end of the world, but just kind of annoying. I could probably put the wall back now. Insert. And this one goes right here, and this one goes right here. Okay. Everything's looking good here. Okay, I have to decide what I want to concentrate on next. Okay, guys, I know what I'm going to do next. I went ahead and made myself a cabinet. It's 32 lumber and 1 iron sheet. And I'm going to put that in here. And I'm thinking, Kidge, what are you going to put a cabinet in here for? What's up with the cabinet here? Let me show you. This is freaking awesome. This is so awesome. All right, so I want it in the very middle of the room. That's got to be the middle of the room right there, I think. 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's the middle. Now check this out. You can open it. Now I'm thinking you could put chests in there. Oh, so good. Someone was telling me make shelvings for the chest. The thing is, this perimeter shelf looks like ass, and I didn't want to use it. So I was thinking, man, maybe the cabinets? Yeah, and the cabinets are awesome. The cabinets are absolutely phenomenal. Let's go ahead and do some storage. Guys, you don't even know. I have, like, 20 things I want to do in this base today. A lot of you guys were commenting on ways I can improve the base, and I love all those ideas, and I'm, you know, thinking about them, and I'm like, man, like, when am I going to get to it? There's just so much. There's so freaking much. Okay, so, oh, wow, they actually snap into place. Well, of course they do, but not perfectly. No, actually, that's kind of almost perfect. What I can do is I can make these smaller. Yep. Let's go with 0.6. Can I fit 2 side by side? Maybe. Maybe. What does this do? Oh, yeah, that goes down. Okay. 6. All right. So I'm thinking if I want... Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let's do this. Oh, that doesn't snap into... That makes it so it doesn't go into the cabinet. That's interesting. Enter? No, enter doesn't help either. All right, so this is not perfect, but I think I can make it better. Let's make it... Oh, see, when it's wider, it goes towards the front. So no matter what, these are not going to go in the back. So I don't know of any way I could get them, like, in the middle of the cabinet. It looks like it's kind of moving in ways I don't want. And if I change the... Oh, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. There. And... Oh, my... Oh. This is unbelievable. This is some unbelievable next level. I mean, I don't even know what to say about it. It's just kind of crazy. Like, it's kind of crazy. I keep figuring these things out and, like, finding new things, and I'm always amazed. And I really shouldn't be, because, I mean, duh. You know, we've been finding this out. We've been finding this stuff the whole time. I gotta make glass, too. Forgot about glass. Yeah, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Let me get organized. And all of these are complete, which is awesome. And there we go. Wait, did I not put a full thing of tungsten in there? I probably didn't. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, this is what I got going on in here. I've got all the stone in here. I've got all the stuff that needs to be smelted in here. I am not going to keep ingots or anything in there. I need to keep my crafting stuff around my crafting benches, which means we're going to need to do something over here. So I think what I'm going to do right now is, do you want to make different kind of cabinets? I don't think I want the same cabinet everywhere. Although, it's a cupboard. You know what? Maybe we'll stick with the cabinets. We need more shelving. Is there any shelving? I mean, I guess I can make my own shelving units. Huh. I probably could do that. Hold on. I'd have to find wood. I'd have to find a kind of wood that would look good as a shelving unit. So let me go ahead and see. Building. Wood. All right, I gotta... Which one of these would look good as a shelving unit? Okay, number 175 looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and make like 10 of those. And what shape would we like? Well, it doesn't... Yeah, we're going to use the block. Actually, maybe I could use rounded blocks for the shelving units. Yeah, that could be pretty cool. Okay. And then we're going to take these, and I'm going to flatten them out. Okay, like so. Okay, and then we'll just put them up here, I guess. You know what? It's pretty good. Oh, see, they don't really... Yeah, the rounded ones I wish I could make it rounded on one side, but not the others, you know? I don't know if there's a way to do that. There might be. It's, you know. But yeah, it would be nice if they weren't rounded on all the sides. All right, I can't have it rounded on all the sides. Well, I guess what I can do is, here, let's do this. Change shape, regular block. And then number 8, and that looks good. Yeah, there's definitely a way to round it on one side. Let's take a look. Okay, there's an obvious way to make this work exactly the way I want it to. What we need to do is we need to put this flat, and then we need to make it wide. There you go. You just make it all as one block. Duh. You can go as far as 5. That's pretty good. And then we'll leave a space, and, well, hold on. Do I want to leave a space? Yeah, I think we'll leave a space and do another one, and then another one. Yeah, let's just do this whole thing. Oh, perfect. Dude, perfect. Now we just need to figure out how to make something underneath that looks like it's going to hold it up. That could be a bit of a challenge. And by a challenge, I mean not a challenge at all. Check this out. Go to Shapes, pick Slope. All right, then you come over here and you go like this. Like that. And then you go like that. I mean, piece of cake. Can we get it like that? Oh, why does it hang out over the side? Oh, I don't like the way it hangs over the side there. Well, we can make it smaller. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Well, it's going the wrong way, but other than that. Okay. Is that it? Does that look lined up? Yeah, that's lined up. It doesn't. No, it's not. There we go. Now it's lined up. All right. I think we can make it a little bit bigger now. Nope. Goes out too far. Not right there, though. Okay, hold on. Let's do like that. And there. Oh, no, that's not the right spot. That's okay. We'll go back and do that again. See, I can't get that to go underneath, so I think we go like this. And like this. And that looks pretty good to me. Okay. If you're wondering what that little bloop 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 sound is, it's because, yeah, this doesn't look like it's lining up properly. Yeah, you know what? These aren't lining up properly. Let me see if I can get these going better. Yeah, that bloop 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 thing, that's because the button that changes the grid size is also the button that mutes Discord for me. Okay, I think that'll work. This is the biggest block grid you can have. I go down one block grid, and then I don't like it actually on the edge. I like it on the corners there. Although, I'd like it on this side. I'm not really sure if there's a way. You can see right here the way the blocks are. It's on the right side of the block. I'd like to get it on the left side of this block and not the right side of this block. But that's okay. I'll probably mess around it off camera. It's good enough for now. I don't want to take all day to get these shelving units up. Okay, so what number were they? I don't even remember. 175. Yep. Yep, 175. Feeling alive at 175. Slope. There we go. And we just press insert. I copy and paste like what you're looking at. Wow. Dude, that came out incredibly well. Like I didn't even mean to make it that good, but it worked out. Like it just so happened that it was the proper, everything was the proper space. So, all right, we need to get some chests up there. Do I have any chests lying around? I do have one here. No, one will be good enough for now. Let's go ahead and put this down because I need some height. Okay. That's not gonna work. All right, let's do this. And then turn this around. Damn it, not mouse wheel, cage. There we go. All right, beautiful. Actually, that's good right there. Yeah. All right, so do I want to put 2 on each shelving unit? I guess so. It kind of feels like it should be that way. And we're just going to have to make these the proper size. So they're going to have to be pretty small. Oh, wow, this is as small as I can get. All right, hold on. Let's do this. All right, so that is definitely not going to work. So let's do this. That looks pretty good to me. Is that 1.7? 1.8? Is that in the wall? I can't tell. No, I mean, that looks it's pretty much exactly where I want it. Although I could put it on the edge. I don't want it on the edge. I think that looks really, really good. Yeah, all right. Okay, now we need to get another one. I want one that's somewhat empty. None of them are somewhat empty. Okay, I'll take this one. It's fine. That one's definitely the emptiest. Oh, that's not the one I like. I don't like these chests. That's right. I forgot about that. Okay, do I have that up? Yes, I do. All right, let me clear out my inventory, get everything organized, and we're going to get all these chests up there. You know, I think developers of other games should study the building in this game. I mean, seriously, just copy it. I know a lot of players don't like it when people copy stuff, but copy it, please. The building in this game is so unbelievably good that people just need to take it and use it in their own games. Like, seriously. I don't like to use the word perfect a lot, but it's kind of perfect. Like, I'm not really finding anything wrong with it. It's so weird. It's just weird to find something so perfect. All right, so we're gonna have this split off into two separate types of craftables. We're gonna have soft craftables, yarn, wool, stuff like that, and hard craftables, which is ingots, sheets, basically anything made of metal. That's circuits. I'm gonna keep circuits in here. Delicate, yeah, delicate stuff should stay in here. All right, that looks pretty good. And then and then right here, that is looking good as well. And what do we have in here? Okay, so that's all like gear and stuff. Gear isn't really needed. Like, basically what I'm doing is I'm putting stuff next to the crafting tables so I can just go yoink and then start crafting. That's the idea. Now, gear, you really don't need that for, but in the interest... Now, you know what? I'm going to put gear in a cabinet. Because what I'm eventually going to do... Again, I've got a million plans for this game. And one of those plans is going to be... all right, so we need lumber and iron sheets. Iron sheets and lumber. No, we don't have any lumber. I might have put it somewhere. I don't think I used it all. Yeah, I put some wood in here. I put some lumber not in here. We need these as well. Yeah, I don't know where I put the lumber. It's got to be somewhere. Oh, yeah, I really don't know where I put it. So I did have some lumber, but nowhere near enough. So I decided to come out here and cut down some more trees. And this is so easy with the chainsaw. Honestly, the hardest part about cutting down the trees now is not breaking up the logs, because the chainsaw goes really fast, but it only goes fast if you hold down the button. If you release the button, it slows down very, very significantly. The thing is, though, if you hold down the button, you can break your logs very easily. So I've kind of gotten used to it now, and I'll show you how I cut down some of these trees in a moment. It's really nice when they're lined up, so I think I'm going to line them up a little bit better, although I'm going to be honest, I'm trying to build a forest back here. When the trees are lined up, it doesn't look right. But it's really good for chopping them down, so I guess it's a catch-22, you know? Man, this is so much. Fucking so much. Maybe I won't cut any more down right now, because, I've got a lot, but I could always use more. You never have enough. Never have enough. So, once I cut down the trees, then I do the stumps. And you just got to come through here and just kind of... You got to time it, you know? There we go. Okay, and then you time it. And you do the same thing when you're cutting down the trees. You just go through and time it. Don't let it go, because, like I said, if you let it go, it's gonna slow down quite a bit. But don't hold on the same tree for too long, or it's gonna chop up the log into nothing. You don't even get anything for it. Okay, just kind of put down the saplings as fast as you can. Again, if I was just building this for looks, and it was going to be a forest for looks, and I kind of want it to be that, I wouldn't put them in lines like that, but it's all right. Not a big deal. This stuff still needs to be harvested, but I don't have time for that right now. Let me see what I'm walking out of here with. 16, 2, and 131. That's not too bad. It's not going to last that long, but, it is what it is. All right, plant that, and let's get going, buddy. Let's get going. Now I don't remember what I was doing. Oh, yeah, that's right. I make cabinets. So I'll eventually make a bedroom, and then I'll have cabinets and stuff in there for my clothes and whatnot, and whatever I feel like should be in there. And yeah, it's just it's just crazy, because that's number 141 of the 364 things I want to do with this base. And no, those aren't real numbers, but I think you get what I'm saying here. Okay, so cabinet. Let's come over here, and we're going to need lumber for that. Let's just go ahead and make a lot of lumber. We're going to go ahead and make 100 lumber worth of, well, I guess 99 works for me too. And they're going to make a cabinet. And then we're going to place down the cabinet. I might just put it right here in the middle. I don't know. Seems pretty cool. It's a little bit too close to the anvil. I guess I could put it on the side. How about like right there? What does that look like? Hold on. What's that going to look like? Oh, wow. That's actually really nice. I like it. The only thing is the light's a little messed up. I do have my lights in a very specific scientific area, but if they're behind something like this right here, I might even move these to be directly underneath the shelves. The lights are flexible. I can always move them as needed. It's not really that big of a deal. Okay. We're going to take this. Okay, and then, well, I guess I'm not using this one. I'm just not. I'm going to be very uniform with my chest, and I'm just going to use these. So, yeah, it is what it is. I think we have to make some more. Yeah, let's just make, well, I mean, how many chests do I really need? You know what? I'll need a lot. So I will make at least one more here. Furnishing. Storage. Damn it, iron sheets. Damn it, iron ingots. Okay, look, boom, iron ingots. No fuss, no muss. Am I going to move these around today? Probably not. Probably not. This is a half-built room, and we will finish it probably next episode. But yeah, I'll do a lot of work off camera because it's just digging stuff out, putting up walls. Stuff that's not exactly the most interesting things in the world. Furnishing. Oh yeah, I didn't make the sheets. Just make 30 for now. 39 sounds good. And we'll just make one of those. Yeah, so we got that. You know, I'm just gonna throw that chest out now. Or you know what? No, I won't throw it out. I'll put it in another chest. Who knows? Maybe I'll end up liking these chests more at some point, or maybe I'll want to make them for some reason. I don't know. All right, so we're gonna equip the item, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over to here. All right, and we're gonna open this, and then we're going to insert, and that is going to copy. Oh, it didn't. Wait, can I not copy that? Huh. Doesn't seem like I can copy it. That's kind of interesting. Okay. I thought you could. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Anyway, guess I can't copy it. That's fine. Not the end of the world. I can always figure out how I did it over here. I kind of wish I knew the numbers now. Well, I think it was 0.6, right? Just gotta make it smaller. 6. Damn, it's going to bother me if it's not the same exact size as the other ones. Okay, I went back and watched the video. By the way, if you're wondering what I'm doing out here, I'm throwing out stuff I don't want to keep. And I went back and watched the video, and I wrote it down. The cabinet chests are supposed to be 0.6, 0.6, 0.7. And that is just wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So let's go ahead and get the... I think anything that's not craftable, I might just put in here. Or anything that's not a crafting item, I might just put in here. It might put it in the cabinet. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like a fun thing to do. I can fit 4 chests in there. So, I don't know. Maybe that won't be enough for everything. But we'll see. Where did that chest go? There it is. All right. And... is that exactly right? It looks kind of right to me. Okay, that's looking good. And, alright, so what do I put in here? Boat stuff, I guess? What would go with boat stuff? That's got to be, like, building stuff as well. This is my building stuff, but the building stuff is going to have to be separated because I have too much of it, you know? So let's go ahead and grab this. We need one for blocks. I also have to look into signs. You know what? Let's look into signs as well, because signs are going to be something I want to do if I can. So we could just do regular text. Do like one of these. One of these. I kind of like the ones out of wood. I don't need one with paper. That doesn't sound very good. That's pretty cool, but it's a little fancy, and I don't think I really need that for inside. Maybe I'll mess around with it at some point, but not right now. Okay, so let's make this smaller. And do that. Actually, see, I want it bigger, and then we'll do that. But the thing is, I won't be able to see what it says if it's too high. Let's also make it... yeah, that looks pretty good. Oh, I think I like it right like that. So you put it down, then you write on it. Yep. Cool. So this will be thing, like, what would we call these? Like, building items? Or, so I went ahead and looked in the crafting menu, and I noticed that a lot of the stuff that's going to be going in there, if not most of it, is going to be furnishings and workbenches. So that's what I named it. Furnishings and workbenches. This thing is phenomenal. Let me show you something really cool about this. They put the lines on the sides to show you where it will show on the side. So if you go like this, you can see the furnishing and workbenches is going to be off to the sides. And that's really, really neat. It really made things a lot easier. Like, I love it. I freaking love it. I also got the boxes up here. I'm not sure if I want to put boxes on top of this. I guess I will, just because I want it to be, you know, I want everything to be uniform. So let's go ahead. We're only going to need one more. Let's go ahead and make iron sheets. We'll make 21 and go back to furnishing and the chest and make one right there. This needs to get emptied, and I'm going to put these up here. So I did write down the old chest. I wrote it as shelf chest, and it's supposed to be 1.8. So 1, 1, and 0.8. And then that way I don't have to guess, and I just know how everything is going to go. Let me go ahead and throw all this stuff in here for now. When I'm done with this recording, I'm going to go ahead and organize everything. But I really wish we had a take all button, by the way. It'd make things very, very easy. I mean, it's pretty easy anyway, but, you know, still, nice quality of life thing. And grab that. And then we're going to pick this up. I'm also going to pick this up. I'm going to fix that floor. Pick this up. Where are we going to put these? I don't know. That's for a future episode. We've already gotten a lot done today. And I want my bed to go somewhere, like, out of the way. I guess I'll put it right over here. That looks pretty good right there for now. Again, I will make a bedroom at some point. All right, that's all looking good. That's looking good. Let's go ahead and put this up here. And you're finally getting seriously organized here. Oh, see, that's 111. Needs to be 0.8. And there you go. That's really good. I don't really like where this is. I think I'm going to put this sideways. Because it doesn't quite go. Well, actually, that does go up against the wall properly. I don't know, lined up with the light. Over here. Right there. Okay, now we're looking good. I'm going to take these down just because I don't want them up there when I take the thumbnail. And I'm not really sure how to do these lights. I didn't get to these lights today. Like I said, I'm going to alter these lights to make them look a little better. I thought I would get to it today, but I got sidetracked with what I would argue is more important things. Getting this room set up was the most important thing, and getting this room organized was the second most important thing. And I really like what I've got going on here. It looks really good to me. And yeah, I do think I'm going to call this one here. I'm going to go ahead and organize off camera. And yeah, if you guys ended up enjoying the video, please remember to uncage that like button. Also, if you're new here, please subscribe for more daily videos. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. And until then, take it easy. And I should probably close my door.